All right, let's take a look at example 6. Finding inverse functions. In this one, we've got a rational function, f of x. F of x equal to 2x plus 1 divided by x minus 5. Right off the bat, let's go ahead and talk about domain. And we know in a rational function, we have to be careful. We cannot divide by 0. We know x minus 5 cannot equal 0. With that, x cannot equal 5. So our domain, we already know, will be all real numbers except 5. So x can be less than 5, or it can be greater than 5, right? And that's our domain of this f function. And if you remember, x equal 5 will also be our vertical asymptote if you graph it. So remember, our undefined values from the zeros of the denominator polynomial produces your vertical asymptote. While we're at it, we know the range of our f inverse function, right? F inverse of x is going to have a range of all real numbers less than or equal to 5 or greater than or equal to 5. So we equal the domain of the f function. As we're looking at finding the range, now with that said, we're going to be looking at the y values. And let's go ahead and talk about this graph. So let's get a sketch. So I'd like to sketch it and see it. We'll go down here. As we graph in this function, let's put it down here below. All right, let's build in our x and y axis. Let's get a sketch of what we find. Well, good review of rational graphs at this point. So we know 5 is a vertical asymptote, and we'll go ahead and draw that in. This imaginary vertical line. Remember, vertical asymptotes, again, vertical lines that shape our graph. Our graph will go vertical at that location. With that said, let's go ahead and talk about, does it have a horizontal asymptote? That would also help us with our graph. Now, if you remember, horizontal asymptote is a horizontal line that shapes our graph, and we find those by comparing the degrees of the two polynomials. All right, let's get back to our example. Let's compare the degrees of these two polynomial functions. So our numerator degree, I'll let that be n. It's a linear polynomial. And our denominator, I'll call that m. Its degree is 1. So as we compare the degrees, they're equal. And if you remember, when n equal m, a horizontal asymptote exists. If n is less than m, it's at y equals 0. If n is equal to m, it's at y equal to the ratio of the leading coefficients. So the leading coefficients are 2 and 1. So 2 to 1, which is 2. So y equal 2 is our horizontal asymptote. Let's graph in that line. So y equal 2, I'll graph it here in blue. This imaginary horizontal line, again, which is going to shape our graph. Our graph will flatten out at that line. All right, now as far as getting some points, let's go ahead and talk about the intercepts, right, of this graph. Let's get the x-intercept. Let's get a quick point. Where will this graph cross the x-axis? So if I wanted to find the x-intercepts, right, we would take our function and we would set it equal to 0. Right, as we review that, any function will cross the x-axis, set it equal to 0. So in a rational, when this 2x plus 1 over x minus 5 equals 0. Well, as we solve for x, right, we're going to end up just with the numerator equal to 0. Right, we go ahead and clear out the fraction. Right, we go ahead and multiply both sides by x minus 5, right, and we would have 2x plus 1 equal to 0. And as we solve for x, I got 2x equal negative 1, x equal negative 1/2. So negative 1/2, we're going to have x-intercept. So let's go ahead and plot that point. So negative 1/2, 0. There's a x-intercept point for this graph. Now how about a y-intercept? This graph across the y-axis. So how do we find y-intercept? We take out x and plug in 0. So what does f of 0 equal? Well, that's 2 times 0 plus 1 divided by 0 minus 5, which is 1 over negative 5, right, as we simplify. So 0, negative 1/5 will be our y-intercept point. So at negative 0.2, right? So let's go ahead and plot that point. Down here we got this point 0, -1/5 that we can plot. Now, one thing I do want to know about my graph is, will your graph ever touch the horizontal asymptote? So does it intersect the horizontal? So let's see if it does. Let's go ahead and look for intersection, right, with the horizontal asymptote. Will it ever touch it? And how do you find that? Remember, the horizontal asymptote was y = 2. So you just take your function, 2x plus 1 over x minus 5, and you set it equal to 2. Now, if you solve that, we clear out the fraction. We multiply both sides by x minus 5. Right? As we do that, we get 2x plus 1 equal to 2 times x minus 5, which is 2x minus 10. And you can see quickly that you get no solution from this, right? If we subtract 2x on both sides, the x terms eliminate, and we get a statement that's not true. So there's no intersection, which means our graph will never touch the horizontal. So based off that, I can go ahead and graph in the function here. So we know as we approach these two lines, they get closer and closer and closer. Won't ever touch them. So it flattens out at y = 2, and it goes vertical at x = 5. So you can see your graph here from -infinity all the way to 5. All right, and also as we look at the right side of the graph, well, let's find out what happens over here. Let's do a quick point. What happens if we plug 6 in? What is the value of this function at x = 6? Well, f of 6 would be 2 times 6 plus 1 over 6 minus 5, which is 13 over 1, or 13. So we get a point of 6, 13. So I can plot that point. Right here is 6, 13. And we know graphically, again, that it's going to pass through that point. We know it's going to flatten out horizontally, never touch it. And that's important because this is defining our range. So as you look at our graph, we see our domain. Our domain is -infinity to 5 and 5 to infinity. Now, if you look at our range, and let's shade it in blue, our graph takes place on the y-axis from 2 to infinity and from -infinity to 2. But we have a break at 2 based off the horizontal asymptote right here at y = 2. So our range, we found the range of the f function. So all y values less than equal to, or not less than equal to, but less than. Right, it's undefined at 2. That's where this asymptote is. It gets closer and closer to. We know it doesn't intersect it. Or anything greater than 2 to infinity. But there's the range. So we based that, again, off that horizontal asymptote, allowed us to find the range of the f function, which also leads us to the domain of the inverse function. It's going to be the same thing, -infinity to 2 or 2 to infinity. So let's find that function. So we already know its characteristics of the graph. So to find it, well, let's go through our steps. Let's go ahead and look at the two relating variables. Y is equal to 2x plus 1 over x minus 5. And step 2, we're going to interchange, right, or swap out, right, x and y. As we do that, we get x equal to 2 times y plus 1 over y minus 5. And now we got to do our work. We got to solve it for y. Right, we got to find the inverse function, get what y equals. Now y is in the numerator and denominator, so we have a rational equation. So we would go ahead and clear out the fraction, right? That would be our first step. So let's go ahead and do that together. So as we multiply both sides by the LCD, clear out the fraction, we get x times y minus 5 equal to 2y plus 1. And then, if you want, let's go ahead and distribute. Go ahead and clear the parentheses over here. I've got xy minus 5x equal to 2y plus 1. And I'm going to go ahead and get the y terms together. Well, keep in mind, what we're solving for is y. So let's put this y term over there on the other side with the xy term. So we'll go ahead and we'll move the x over. We'll add it over to the other side of the equation. So with that, we've got what? We've got xy minus 2y equal to 1 plus 5x, or 5x plus 1. Now we're solving for y, so what are we going to do in this step? We're going to factor. We see our greatest common factor is a y, so let's bring that out. So if we bring out the y, we'll be left with x minus 2 equal to 1 plus 5x, or 5x plus 1. And then our last step, and we'll have our inverse function. We got to solve for y, we got to divide out x minus 2 on both sides. So now we get what we're looking for, right? We get y equal to 1 plus 5x over x minus 2. So here's our inverse function. So f inverse of x is a rational function, 1 plus 5x over x minus 2. There's our inverse function. And again, if you look at that, what is the undefined value? What is the denominator? X minus 2 cannot equal 0, so x cannot equal 2, which we've already stated. Domain is going to be all real numbers except 2. And if you were to find the horizontal asymptote, I want you to look at the horizontal asymptote. Look at the leading coefficients, 5 and 1, right? The horizontal asymptote for this inverse function, since they're the same degrees, would be y equal to 5, which is where our break in our graph will be. Negative into 5 times infinity. So you can graph it and see it, right? You can graph in that function to show that, and you can even see the symmetry with the line y equal x. So again, it'll be a good one to go graph and sketch just to show that characteristic.